It was one night, man, I was going through a withdrawal, and it was so bad. I was going through this withdrawal, man, that my body was so weak. I'm crying all over the floor. I'm crying. I'm asking for help all through the night. The officers said they couldn't help me. The nurses ain't wanted nothing to do with it. They was ready to go home. So they said let the next shift deal with it. And all through the night, I cried and begged for help. I'm gonna be real. That withdrawal was real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just vomiting over and over again. I started vomiting up blood and everything. You know what I'm saying? And this is, when they poisoned us with the fentanyl in prison. Again, we didn't know we were smoking fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? And the next morning, the sergeant was doing her rounds. Her name is Sampson, Sergeant Sampson from Moy Correctional Institution. An older black lady, short, with short hair, almost like Samuel Jackson, right? I called out for help. I said, "Miss, can you please help me?" She looked at me while I was in my cell. She looked at me from outside the cell and said, "You sound like two men having sex." So she left me. When they finally let the wreck out and no brothers got to come out and whatnot, the Crip homie that was in the event with me told his other homie, "Go to that door and go get help for the bro." So he went to the door and he yelled out for help for the other officers on the outside in the booth. And it was Miss Jenkins, a young sister. And when she heard that, which is how Sampson treated me, and that it was me, she said, "Oh, no, that's the bro. That's the brother." And she called a Code Blue, disregarded her sergeant. So when the sergeant came with the captain, the sergeant, like, "Man, ain't nothing wrong with him. Forget him. Ain't nothing wrong with him. I don't know why she called a Code Blue." It was an old, short, white man by the name of Mr. Clark. This is all Moy Correctional Institution. Mr. Clark said, "No, something's wrong with that guy. I know that young man. We need to help him right now." So Daniels went with him, Captain Daniels. He went with what that white man had to say, and they got me to the nurse. When I got to the nurse, they wrapped my arm. They wrapped them around my arm, and the nurse said, "Hey, his heart rate is too low. I don't know what's wrong with him. We got to get him to the hospital." The captain said, "No, this is not Daniels, another captain." He said, "No, I don't got enough staff for that." The white man said, "Clark." He said, "Ain't no way. This kid might die. We got to help this kid." So they went into a private section where I couldn't hear him talk. They came back, and the doctor was mad. She said, "I'm going to give him a bag of fluids, but if it don't work, y'all got to do something with him because, me and my staff not touching him." The old white man stood by me the whole time, hugging me, wrapping me up with blankets and praying for me, saying, "Kid, you going to make it, kid. I want you to survive. I'm about to go home." Feel me? I survived, obviously. Miss Jenkins got a lot of criticism after that. Everything she did, they fussed about. Mr. Clark, they didn't want to be in the office no more. They made him the case manager. You know what I'm saying? I just want to tell y'all that story. Listen, when we was getting the sheets in ourselves without the officers' help, we knew what we was getting. But when they stopped us from doing it ourselves, they poisoned us with the fentanyl. That's why they stopped the mail system, because we learned how to put K2, weed, crystal meth, and stuff on sheets. And then when they got involved, they sprayed it with fentanyl.